So glad you're here. Thanks for everyone who saw the notification. You got in line and you joined me here for today's latest live art broadcast. Continuing with this X-Men piece here. As I mentioned, we're inking the Beast. We're going to pencil and ink the Beast tonight. So, as always, I'll do. Right on, gang. Sorry about that. Just getting the camera, the rig situated here. Gonna focus on Beast. Now this is the 90s era X-Men. So this will be the blue Beast with the kind of Wolverine type haircut. Hello everybody. Appreciate everyone tuning in. So I'm using the Uni Kuratoga 0.3 lead HB lead mechanical pencil, and using this 0.3 lead to really help kind of hone in the details of the Beast, especially his face. I roughed it in with the 0.5 HB lead, and now I'm tightening it up with the 0.3. So I just want to make sure I have all the facial features, especially in the right place. Get it the way I get the face the way I want it. Any tips on how to make constructions lines look as I'm doing it here? Well, you know, it's studying your anatomy. Learning your anatomy is going to help. Breaking each body part and feature into its component shapes. The cylinders, the rectangles, the spheres, that's all going to come into play. Learning where to bisect the face down the middle, the eye line, nose line, mouth line. Now, if you watch the first part of this broadcast where I laid in everything, you can see me construct everything and how I kind of laid out each character, where they were going to go, and how I constructed them. So yeah, you'll want to go back and watch that one. But learning your anatomy and learning how to break down the shapes, the neck muscles, the pectoral muscle 1, pectoral muscle 2, shoulders, trapezius muscles, all that sort of stuff. It's all gonna just learning that and then practicing that. Got to keep in mind the Beast's fur texture. Gonna give him some shadow under his eyes there. Give him his broad smile. How do you stop ink from smudging on the sketchbook covers? Well, depends on which sketch cover you're using. Does it have a real slick texture? So like kind of have a gloss to it? If that's the case, then there is no help. There is no rescue from that. The early sketch covers were too, I find to be too glossy of a paper stock. So it will smear the ink. You can't erase the pencil lines. You can't color with Copics over those inks without it all smearing. That's why I will not accept any Marvel cover prior to Marvel Now or 2014. I politely decline those because they are such a mess to work on. It's just not even worth it. It's just not going to be. It's just too much of a hassle. But any sketch cover after Marvel Now, or now, and DC got into it late in the game, so all their covers are from my experience, are what is it called? A Bristol board quality, and this all new X-Men comic, it is a Bristol board quality. So, and I don't have any problem with the ink smearing, or it's very, very rare to have the ink smear. Hello, viewers. People just now tuning in. Welcome. Do I remember Blockbuster? The villain, or the Marvel villain, the DC villain, or the video rental store? Because I can say I remember all three. What do I charge for a cover? Like to draw on a sketch cover? Is that what you're referring to? Like to do a commission on a sketch cover? Well, my studio rates, those vary. But if you're able to catch me at a convention, my convention rates are posted on toddnauck.com. So you'll want to tune in, or you'll want to check back before that given convention that I'll be at if you're attending there, to see, one, how to get on the list, and two, what my current prices are for half cover, or half figure, or headshot, black and white, color. There are varying charges. So there will be an update to some of the prices for 2018. So you want to always stay tuned to toddnauck.com for my convention appearances, as well as convention commission info. Do I plan to go to the Detroit Comic Con? No plans yet, but I'm still putting together my 2018 convention schedule. And if you would like to see me as a guest at your local con, be sure to let your convention promoters know. Conventions promoters want to know who the attendees want to see as guests at their convention, because they want to bring you through their doors, and so they are open to that. So that's how I got to be a guest at the Denver Comic Con, as well as Salt Lake City Comic Con was by fan request. So let them know. Be polite about it, but you can let them know. And if it works out with my work schedule and travel schedule, hopefully I'll be in your area here this next year. What's my favorite Beast design? This one right here. This is the Beast I grew up on. So he's my favorite. Who are my favorite current comic book artists? Man, the list is quite long. I would say go to my Instagram, look at who I'm following, and that would answer your question there. I have a lot of favorite artists. Who are some of y'all's favorite comic book artists? Probably my all-time favorite artist, I can tell you, is Arthur Adams. I grew up on his stuff and was definitely a big influence on me wanting to be a comic book creator. Oh, McFarlane? Yes, McFarlane's awesome. Yep. Have I ever teamed up with Evan Burst? I'm not familiar with Evan Burst's work. I'm going to have to learn more about Evan Burst. David Finch, yes. Jason Fabok, right on. Jim Lee, Alex Ross, all fantastic artists. Totally agree. Why do you think Beast and Wolverine have such similar hairstyles? Probably they went to the same barber, is what I'm going to attribute that to, in the 70s. And that carried on into the 80s and 90s. But yeah, it is pretty interesting. And also the owl, the villain, the owl, had the same hairstyle. And I think there was another character that had a very similar hairstyle. They're brothers. That's funny. Yes, Beast and Wolverine are long lost brothers. All right, so I think I've got the everything roughed in well enough. Let's see. There we go. So let's move into some inks. What do I think of Thor Ragnarok? I thought it was super awesome. I've seen it twice, loved it. Grab my microns. There we go. So I'm going to start with a little. Well, let's see, the 01. Pigma Micron pen the 01 sized tip. Is this a 01? No, this is a 005. I need a 01. Where my 01 at? Whoa. There it is. What do comics mean to me? A very interesting way to put that question. Wow, that's really cool. Well, they've been, I don't know. Historically, they've been a fun means of escape. You know, get to go to another world where good triumphs over evil. People have larger than life powers and abilities. And how do they deal with them? And how do they use them for good or evil? I think they can be stories that give us hope or teach us lessons we can learn from the characters' struggles or mistakes. I think they're characters that we can see on a monthly basis, if not more, and so we can watch them change and grow to some degrees. And yeah. Let's try to push in a little closer here for you guys. So you can see the finer details. So let me turn that question back on y'all. What do comics mean to you? I should make a holiday themed drawing. I should do that. You're absolutely right. Hopefully I'll have time to do that. My workload has gotten really heavy this holiday season. Really, really heavy. Jim Lee and I should do a picture together. I'd be honored to do a picture with Jim Lee. I could do the pencils and he could do the inks, or vice versa. That'd be fun. Whoops, let me make sure Beast stays in camera frame. Do I lag this much in person? I'm not sure if I understand what you mean by lag. Is the video gagging? If it is, I do apologize. Must be a bad internet connection. Okay, yeah, the connection is good for you guys. I'm not lagging. Good, good. Comics are your childhood. Right on. Yeah, comics have been a fun part of my childhood as well. What was your favorite Thanksgiving side this year? It's probably my mother-in-law's turkey stuffing. It's very, very delicious. I would say mashed potatoes, but my nephew pretty much ate them all. Am I excited for Infinity War? Yes, absolutely. But I will not be watching the trailer. Favorite X-Men movie? First Class was pretty cool. And the first movie I thought was a lot of fun too. You read a lot of Spider-Man because he was very relatable. Yes, that's one of the, I think, very, very true parts of Spidey is that so many people can relate to him. Doodling in comics makes a boring Sunday afternoon fun. Yes, definitely drawing can be a lot of fun. I know it's been fun for me as a kid and as an adult. If I could put any character in the Marvel Universe, who would it be? Me. I'd put me in the Marvel Universe. But I guess according to what one person pointed out, I guess I already do exist in the Marvel Universe. If you read the Spider-Man Deadpool issue 23 primer pages that I drew, you get to see my hand on the drawing table in a homage to how to draw comics the Marvel way. So I guess technically I do now exist in the Marvel Universe in a weird way. Did someone ask, what do I think about the Super Bowl? Was that the question? Did I read that right? Well, I think we only have a few teams that really have a really good record. Patriots, Vikings, Eagles. Am I excited for the Infinity War trailer tomorrow? I'm excited that it will be out and that people can see it, but I don't like to watch movie trailers, so I won't be watching it. I don't have any plans to watch it. But I am excited that the movie is on the way, and I think it's great that so many people will get to see the trailer. But me personally, I don't like to watch movie trailers. So I highly doubt I'll watch it. There's a slight chance I might, but I really wouldn't see myself doing that. So breaking protocol. And just to explain why, because some of y'all might be new to my broadcast and haven't heard of my protocol there, is that I feel sometimes trailers either A, give away too much of the story, or B, they have footage in there that doesn't end up in the movie. Like for Rogue One, where Jyn Erso was on the scaffolding, and then she runs across it, and then a TIE fighter rises up to meet her. That was in the trailer, but it wasn't in the movie. Now, if I had seen that trailer, I might have spent the whole movie, or especially that part of the movie where she's trying to get the Death Star plans uploaded to the Rebel ship. I would have been waiting for that scene where the TIE fighter rises up, and it would never happen, and it would take me out of the story, and I would get frustrated. And I think that would have compromised the experience, the storytelling experience for me. So for me, I see trailers as something to inform me of a movie I might be interested in seeing, or a TV show I might be interested in seeing. That's how I learned about Stranger Things, was by the commercial. And that was fine because I had no idea what Stranger Things was. But when Stranger Things 2 was announced, it's like, well, I already know I like Stranger Things a lot. I don't have to be convinced that I need to watch Stranger Things. Just tell me what day it will be on Netflix, and we're good. We're good, Netflix. So that's why I don't watch trailers. And I haven't done that since the last trailer. Sorry, gang. Sorry about that. The internet gagged for me there. So I know it lagged and gagged that time. So I was just mentioning, I don't know where it cut off for you guys, but the Force Awakens trailer, the Chewie we're home moment. I'd rather have seen that in the context of the story, and that would have been a much more powerful experience. So that's why I decided to stop watching trailers. Didn't watch any more Force Awakens trailers after that. Haven't watched any trailers for anything else since then. For movies I really want to see. So all the Rogue One, Last Jedi, have not watched the trailers. All the Marvel movies, no trailers. Thor, Doctor Strange, Guardians Volume 2, Civil War, Spider-Man Homecoming, New Mutants, no trailers. Since I'm a Marvel Universe character now, will I get my own movie? I hope so. I need to get some abs, man. You get cast in a Marvel movie, you get ripped. So yeah, I'm waiting for Todd Nauck, Marvel Studios Todd Nauck movie, and man, you will see me in mega shape. I did see the Black Panther trailer though, right? Nope, did not see it. Marvel movie, don't need to see it. Don't need to see the trailer because I'm going to see the movie. Well, I watched the Todd Nauck trailer. I might, because I'll already know the story, because we would have shot the whole movie, so I would have already known that, so I know how the movie goes and what all the visuals will be and all the parts of the story, because I lived it, so I might watch the trailer then. Because after I see a movie that I didn't watch the trailer for, I'll then go back and watch the trailer to see how the trailer was put together, how it looks. And I have yet to regret not watching a trailer. Usually I'm always glad I did not watch the trailer. After I watched Stranger Things 2, we went back and watched the trailer because it's still on Netflix at the end of all the episodes. They have all the trailers. You can still click on and watch. So that's when I watched the trailer. It's like, man, so glad I didn't watch the trailer. Hello from France. Ah, bonjour. How are you ce soir? See how I had to use a little bit of English and French? I call that Fringlish. Should the beast have nipples? That's a great, great question. Let's see, I got my Arthur Adams Mutants poster here from 1989. His beast doesn't have nipples, so you know what? I'm going to follow the master and do a nippleless beast. We'll just consider them hidden under the hair. What's my most anticipated movie coming out this next year? Probably Infinity War. Because so much has been building towards that. So that would be highly anticipated for me. What are y'all's most anticipated movie you're looking forward to in 2018? What country would I visit if I could visit any country? Oh my goodness. Too many awesome countries out there to pick one. So many countries I want to visit. I want to visit France. I want to visit Ireland. I want to visit South America. I mean, that's a whole continent, but there are a lot of countries in there I'd like to visit, like Brazil. I have a lot of friends from Brazil and Chile, and let's see. I like to visit Australia. Japan. Yeah, lots of countries. What movie would you choose to adapt into a comic book if you had the chance? Ooh, wow. What movie would I want to adapt into a comic if I had the chance? Does the Psych made-for-TV movie that's coming on December 7th, does that one count? Because if so, then I say Psych the movie. Now I'm using the 005 micron for these tinier details of his face. Yes, it counts? Okay, excellent. We got confirmation. Psych the movie counts. If I could draw the Gremlins... Wait, if I could draw the Gremlins from the movie, including Gizmo as a comic, would I do it? I don't know. I'd have to see the movie again. It's been a long time since I've watched Gremlins. I know I've enjoyed it, but I haven't watched it in years. So I'd have to see it again before I could commit to wanting to do a comic book based on the Gremlins, starring the Gremlins. Where did the Marvel superheroes get their money from? Well, let's see. Tony Stark, he's a billionaire industrialist. Peter Parker, he works as a freelance photographer. Or historically, he's worked as a freelance photographer. He had his own corporation, Parker Industries, for a while. Professor X, I'm sure he has some investments that allows him to fund and keep the school running. See, someone asked a question about... See, when I started drawing, did I try to do realistic, or did I just do straight up comic-like? I've always had an interest in comics and the comic style art. So when I started drawing as a kid, I was drawing my favorite cartoon characters, then favorite comic book characters. So I've always had that sort of interest and mentality. Um, so I have tried and done some realistic style art, but this is where my passion is. Do I ever struggle with graphite not erasing all the way, infecting the lighter Copic colors, like pale yellow or skin tone, for example? No. When I erase, it takes off enough of the graphite that the graphite does not infect the nib of the Copic sketch marker. If your nibs do get infected, you can purchase replacement nibs for your markers. So you can just pull the brush nib out and then place in the new nib, and you're good to roll. I replace my nibs every now and again because they get kind of worn out, and in fact I need to buy some more replacement nibs because I got a lot of markers that need the replacements. Not because they're infected, but just because they've lost the power. they don't have the same give that they had when I first bought them because they've been used so much. Will I be able to make some non-comic stuff like Star Wars or Blade Runner fan art? Possibly. I have done let's see, I do have a Darth Vader video here on my YouTube channel and a BB-8. So I know I have at least those two Star Wars ones here on my channel, so you might want to give those a peek if you're looking for something non-comic related. All right, let's see. And then got his shorts. We'll give him black shorts with a blue highlight here. All right, now before I fill this black in, let me put a little X right there to remind myself to fill it in with black. Oh, you saw both those videos. Oh, excellent. Good, good. So now I'm erasing the Beast's pencil lines. Just the Beast, though. So there you can see he's coming together. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the rig. Am I excited for The Incredibles 2? I just heard that there's going to be an Incredibles 2. So yes, I will be looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that, I guess I should say. It's a more accurate way of putting that. All right, let's get the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen now. Oops, sorry again, gang. All right, get the black spot filled in here. I've had a chance to cast and direct a movie. Which one? I don't know. That's a great question. Probably Justice League International. Have I ever used a glass pen? Ever hear of them? No, I'm not familiar with a glass pen. Have not used them. Have to look into that. Who would I cast as Booster Gold? I don't know. I'm not good at casting movies. Who would you guys cast as Booster Gold? I heard Nathan Fillion in a comic book convention panel said that he'd be interested in playing Booster Gold. I thought that would be cool. But the whole who would you cast in a movie game, I am the worst at. The absolute worst. And Alan Tudyk as Blue Beetle? Of course. All right. There we go. There's Beast. Added to the X-Men group shot. Another X-Men added. We're getting close, gang. We're getting close. Let's pull back here and show the entirety. So we're making our way through here, gang. We started with Wolverine, over to Nightcrawler, Scott and Jean, then Colossus, Archangel, and Iceman. Then over here to Kitty, now Beast. So coming up next will probably be Bishop and or Storm. And then we'll keep working our way back. So, but yeah, that's it for the art for this broadcast. Let me flip the camera around. We'll do a Q&A to wrap up the show. Will I be coloring this eventually? Yes, I will. Copic color video to come after I do the inks, but that'll be still be a ways away. Hey gang. Woo. What do I think are Beast's favorite Skittle flavor? That's a really interesting question. I bet you he's a citrus guy, so I'm going to say lemon and orange. Get the camera rig. Ooh. There we go. So, yes, I'll be posting a shot of this on my social media. So we'll have a shot of this. So if you want to see it, you can see. When I color, how to smudge the ink. Wait till the ink's all the way dry. Make sure the ink is all the way dry. And make sure you're using the right type of inking pen. Don't use like a Sharpie marker. They're not compatible. But with these Microns and Copic multiliners, the Copics work great with those. And I very, very rarely ever get any smearing or streaking. Can you see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Absolutely. Is Beast a better X-Man or Avenger? Avenger. I like him with the X-Men, but he was great as an Avenger as well. How come the Beast has no nipples? I'm going to say that 1, his fur covers that, and 2, he learned the mistake of the 1990s Batman movies. Let the nipples go. Unless you're the Submariner or the Hulk, let's just keep the nipples out of play on our superhero designs. So, yeah, so I'll be posting that to my social media pages. So you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. You can like the Art of Todd Nauck Facebook page. They're linked at the bottom in the info, I should say, of every video that I do. So, yeah, let's see. We got a new question here. What is your second favorite X-Man? I'm going to go, it's a toss-up. It's like Rogue or Nightcrawler. It's rough to say one over the other. So that's kind of where I'm at there. It's Rogue or Nightcrawler. Who are my favorite artists out there? Someone asked that question earlier in the broadcast, and I got a lot of favorite artists that are out there. Arthur Adams being probably my longest favorite since I was 15. But I love the work of Humberto Ramos, Ryan Otley, Mahmoud Azrar. So many. I start to blank out. So if you go to my Instagram page and click on who I follow, scroll through there, you're going to see a lot of fantastic artists. Jimmy Chung, Dustin Nguyen, Sarah Pikeli, so many great artists. Love the mashups on Twitter. Any other ideas for theme drawings for the future? Yes, I do have ideas. It'll be a while before I can do any mashups, though. My workload has gotten super heavy. What do I think of Disney buying Fox and owning the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four? I think it'd be great. I think it's the quickest way for us to get the X-Men into the Marvel Comics universe, cinematic universe. Have I purchased any of the great books on comic book art, and if so, whose? Not sure if I'm familiar which books you're referring to. What comics am I currently working on? Cool question. My most recent comics I've done are Spider-Man Deadpool issues 21 and 22. I think they're just now out in the latest Spider-Man Deadpool trade paperback. I did Thor: Where Walks the Frost Giants as a one-shot. That should still be on the stands. I did the 3-page primer pages for Spider-Man and Deadpool issue 23 and Scarlet Spider issue 10. And the books I'm working on right now, I can't say because they haven't been announced yet. But they'll be out in 2018. I got 2 different series I'm working on. One I'm drawing the entirety of, one I'm contributing art to part of it. So you're going to want to stay tuned for when those books get announced. Will I ever return to an X-Men series or Nightcrawler? I hope to. I'd love to do more work in the X-Men office because I love the X-Men so much. Been a fan of the X-Men since I was 13. So yes, I would hope that would be a possibility in the future. Absolutely. How would I kill Deadpool? I'd kill him with kindness. I'd kill him with kindness. He wouldn't see that coming. Are you a fan of anime? My Hero Academia. I'm not familiar with that one. No, I've heard of it, but I haven't. But I don't really know much or anything about it. So, yeah, I should look into that sometime. Wait. What do I think of Arby's buying Buffalo Wild Wings? Is that for real? You got to be kidding. Arby's is buying? We had an Arby's in our neighborhood shut down just last year. Maybe they shut down because they were moving locations to a Wild Wings. Interesting. Well, either way, they got the meats, so you know what can you say? What can you do? You're welcome, gangs. Thank you so much. Hey, gang, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for joining me for today's broadcast. If you're watching this after the broadcast, thanks so much for sticking to the end. See more of my videos here. Be sure to click subscribe, and so you don't miss out on future art broadcasts, especially as we continue to make our way through this X-Men group shot. We're at least halfway done with the X-Men characters here, maybe just a little bit more than halfway. So, yeah, I'll have the links here to my videos and where to subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in, gang, and I hope to see y'all again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.